Hello there, welcome to this video. Thank you for taking the time to view this video. I wanted to do this video because there is a recent news article published with the Periodical. It's a brand new website, and I was actually interviewed by one of their journalists over this brown noise incident. I was actually at the Euphoria nightclub when the brown noise incident happened last Friday. So what I'll do, I'll read the article to you and then give you a bit of first-hand experience of what the occasion was actually like. It was absolutely horrible. I had read about brown noise before last Friday. I read an article probably 3-4 months ago about brown noise, and I thought it was quite funny at the time, but actually experiencing brown noise, it's far from funny. So let me read the article to you, and then, as I said, I'll spend some time talking about what happened at the nightclub last Friday evening. You'll have to excuse any background noise. I'm actually at home. I'm still recovering from last Friday. I can't seem to get that bass line out of my head, and I'm still having bad guts. So Metropolitan Police are looking for an older male in connection with a brown noise incident in a West End nightclub last Friday evening. The brown noise phenomenon consists of a certain bass beat that causes the inner bowels to vibrate, resulting in most listeners releasing their bowels, and I can testify of that. The discovery of brown noise is dated back to World War II, when Dr. Jason Bennett suggested using sound waves against German soldiers. The idea being that soldiers would spend more time in the laboratory and less time keeping duties, that'd be guard duties I guess, and other soldier duties, and be extremely irritated during combat. Due to the limitations in musical technology at the time, it was not possible to follow through with Dr. Bennett's suggestion. At first it was like any other evening, says Mick, who was in the Euphoria nightclub last Friday evening. I do know Mick, not very well, but I know of him. We were all dancing. I remember the DJ playing a new track. The next thing I knew, I was running to the men's room. Unfortunately, I was too late, and I feel sorry for you there, Mick. I reached out to you. An anonymous female told us I was dancing and suddenly felt the need to pass wind. As I let it release, it sounded like 1,000 others did as well. At first I thought it was just coincidence. Everyone just farted at the same time. She laughs to herself. What followed was far from funny. Another clubber, Simon Simon from Northampton spoke of the unpleasant experience. Thankfully, I was actually on the loo at the time the track started. I suddenly heard a lot of screaming, and then hundreds of people rushed into the restroom. They were banging on the cubicle door, shouting, "Let us in." And save us. I quickly wiped myself and opened the cubicle door. It was disgusting. At first I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Euphoria nightclub announced on their Facebook page, Euphoria is open as usual. All floors, seating areas and drinking glasses have been thoroughly cleaned. We have also adopted a new policy that ensures that all music is checked by management before being played to our valued customers. We would like to publicly apologise and are happy to pay towards any dry cleaning bills. The older male, sought by Metropolitan Police, apparently slipped the track into the DJ's playlist. This is not the first episode of Brown Noise. Recently, this is the other article I read, the one it's referring to now. Recently, another British nightclub had a similar development. Both incidents are thought not to be connected. Metropolitan Police stated, "We are looking for an older male in connection with the recent Brown Noise incident at London's West End nightclub Euphoria. We would like to announce that brown noise is considered very dangerous and is not to be taken lightly. If curiosity leads to purchasing or downloading brown noise, please listen responsibly and ensure that there are toilet facilities nearby. Police officers are investigating all aspects of the case. If you have any information, please contact us immediately. Now, sorry for laughing at some points in that article. You know, it is a serious case, and I don't want to take away from that. So I was there, and it was horrific. It really was. So I just don't know how to explain it, really. I would like to say that the brown noise didn't affect me, because it doesn't affect everyone. I'd like to say it didn't affect me and that I was okay and I just witnessed the whole thing. But unfortunately, that would make me a liar, because it did, and I really let go. I know when you're growing up, you look at really nice girls, you know, pretty looking girls, and you think to yourself, girls don't poop, you know, girls just don't do that. They don't do that sort of disgusting thing. They're too pretty, they're too good looking for that. But as you get older, you realise that they do poop. But then it moves on a step further where you think girls just never have diarrhea, you know, they don't have stuff like that. Well, after last Friday, I can tell you they do, and it was just as bad as the guys. The sensation of brown noise, it feels like butterflies at first, doesn't feel too bad, but that only lasts for a couple of seconds, and then, you know, you just let rip, you know, you open up through your backside and it goes everywhere. While everyone was, you know, running to the toilets and there was, you know, poo gushing out everywhere, there was actually a clubber. He was just, I don't think brown noise affected him, or if it did, he wasn't bothered, because he was just dancing away and nothing really bothered him. He was either on something or very drunk. He didn't actually stop dancing until the DJ stopped the music, because obviously he had to run to the toilet himself, and then the guy looked around and realised that, you know, the poo massacre that was happening at Euphoria that night. It was horrible. As I came out of the nightclub, I don't live too far away from the nightclub, so I was going to walk home, but my underwear and my trousers were just covered. So I wanted to take them off, and I noticed that someone else had taken their trousers off, and theirs were not as poo stained as mine. So I just, you know, took all my trousers and my underwear off and put their trousers on, because it wasn't actually too bad walking home in their trousers to get home. They were a lot better off than mine was. There was one guy that was absolutely covered, you know, his socks and his trainers, he was covered. I'm guessing it was his and not someone else's, but he was covered in the stuff. And apparently there was some girl behind him when he let rip. I think he was doing, you know, some sort of bum dance with her, and she got covered in the effects of brown noise. I'm planning to upload videos quite often about this new website, The Periodical, reporting on the unreported. The reason being, I feel like I have connection with The Periodical, seeing that I was actually involved in their first article they've ever published, or I'm guessing it's the first article they've published online, unless they've started a new website. I won't be going to Euphoria again, even if they have cleaned or thoroughly cleaned their glasses.